Alright, hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. In today's video, we are going to look back at one of my favorite decks in the entire game, and that is of course going to be Carrot. Of course, Carrot got slight support in EB-02. They actually only got one card that matters, but that card is incredibly strong. It has everything you ever needed in a card, and that is it's a 2k counter, it's a Mink, and fucking searches for the stage card, which the stage card is one of the most insane cards in the goddamn game. So you know what? We're not gonna keep yapping. We're gonna jump straight into the deck list. I'll show you the card and I'll show you the deck list. So this is the deck list I've been cooking here. This is running the general like stun package. So we have like Doflamingo, we have Bonnie, we have Inarashi, we have Carrot. Those are like our stunners, right? And then we have things like Shishilian to restand, like something like Carrot, which lets us, stun twice, but also is really strong for when pushing for lethal, and also works as like a 2-cost body to get a Mink out if you really need to get a Mink out to rest something. But let's look over the new card, which is Carrot here. 1 cost, 0 power, 2k counter on play. If you have 3 or more Dawn cards on the field, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 So, and put it into your hand. Then place the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order, and play up to 1 So from your hand. So, it's not just a searcher, but it also just plays the card, which, that's a 3 Dawn discount. You get this out, you manage to get a Mink on the board, which means you can start resting things. And then you have this on the board, and you can start restanding Dawn. You can reset your resend your active characters, right? So this is just a lethal combo. And then you have cards like Milky, which is another 2k counter, which you can rest it to restand a Dawn, which in combination with So basically lets you restand 2 Dawn, right? Because you don't mind resting this because you're gonna restand it anyways end of turn. We obviously run cards like Tashigi, which is obviously just one of the best 2k counters in the game, to let our other characters not be as easily removed by effects. We run 1 copy of this promo Carrot. It's just a blocker, just a little extra spot I wanted to fill so we can have 1 extra blocker, because the only blocker in this deck besides this is 4-cost Pedro here. This is like budget Lucky Roo. It's literally just Lucky Roo, but worse, but slightly more versatile. I think that's, yeah, right. We need to go over this card as well. Garchu here is an incredibly underrated card. It's 1 Dawn, rest 1 of your main characters, and then you can rest anything of your opponent characters, right? So in combination with Doflamingo, on your 10 Dawn turn, you'll play this, rest whatever big character they played, and then boom, suddenly you have 1 extra target for Doflamingo, right? And, well, you might say, what are you talking about? Doflamingo's a 10-cost card. You can't do anything else in that turn. Well, psych, because we have So, we have Milky. We have ways to restand our Dawn. So what you just do is on 10 Dawn, you just play this for 1, rest something, boom, restand that Dawn, and then boom, you have 10 Dawn to drop 10-cost Doflamingo, hitting ship many targets. I mean, there is also a world where you're so stacked out, right? Where you have like Milky, So another Mink, 2 other Minks, I guess, on the field. And you can use 2 of these to get even more value off your Doflamingo. But that's going to be pretty rare, especially because we're already going to be locking down their entire board with these 3 here. But I reckon we'll just jump into some games. Deck's not too far off from what we've previously done. But we'll jump into some games, and I can show you just how strong this new Carrot build is. Alright, so we're up against a purple Luffy. One thing about this deck is that I have not practiced matchups whatsoever, so I don't know which matchups are good or bad. It's something I'm gonna have to find out as we go. This is definitely a keep because we have the Wanda here, which can search for our Carrot, which then in turn can search for our So. So we'll start by dropping this. Rough, we find So here, but no Carrots. But we're gonna grab this Carrot. Yeah, for sure. Just a great card. And our hand's looking pretty juicy here. We are missing the stage, obviously, but it's not necessarily a problem. He goes into this, which is fine. I'm going to get that back. Another one that's great as well. Because we can just rest this and swing into it. But we'll go Wanda again here. And there's the carrot. We have bottom deck 2 sows already though, so I'm not sure if we want to play this carrot right now, but I think we do just because we can. And there it is. There's the stage. So we'll take the stage, we'll bottom deck everything, play the stage, restand a Dawn. Play a blocker here, but we don't really need to. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna rest this. We're gonna swing into it with Wanda. Yeah, we'll swing into it with Wanda. And then I just reckon we swing 8. Because one thing about Purple Luffy is they don't like taking life early. And we'll restand the 1 end of turn. And now he's in not such a good spot because he'll probably Luffy Taro here. But I'm just going to rest whatever 5 cost he plays and just stun that. And just keep that stunned for the entirety of the game. And we just have so much more Dawn to work with now because we have this. We'll counter out of this. We'll give him the carrot blocker here. Ezreal Luffy Taro, yep. Into Sangoro, yep. But that Sangoro does nothing to him. We're just gonna go rest that. We're gonna play carrot, stun it, restand 2, restand 1, 2 in total, and we're gonna go 7 at his face. And he's gonna have to start countering now. And we don't have anything to restand, so we just won't restand anything. I could have played Milky there, but our board is growing fairly big right now. I think we'll get rid of the Pedro. I don't think we're going to need it in this matchup. And we'll take this with. We're actually going to keep this. I rarely use this trigger because it's just so good at resting things, right? Like even here, it's probably worth to rest. Yeah, let's. The thing is, he restands end of turn, right? Which is a little cringe because you can just like even if I stun him, he'll still be up next turn. I'm thinking if it's worth to just keep him active. I could stun him, but like he'll just come back next turn anyways. So I think it's worth keeping this and this for next turn. So I guess we will go hard face still. We'll probably drop this Bonnie to stun one of these. We could also do a Sicilian play. Ooh, we could actually do a Sicilian play here. That would be kind of nasty. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go. Yeah, let's go 5 face. Actually, let's start by resting this and swinging into that. Not really any particular reason to do that, but I just wanted to do it. And we'll go 5k face. And this is where things are just gonna get really scary for him really fast, right? We're gonna go 10k face, stunning his Luffy Taro. And it's like, do you counter this? Do you take this? He kind of has to take it because he's in a bad spot. Well, I guess he can block and counter. Block and counter would probably be his best play here. Okay, so he didn't do that. Which means he's probably going to block and counter this. But I still think this is the correct play. Because we still, mind you, get that... get the stun here, which is super valuable. Yeah, so he blocks. Is he going to counter? He is. Double 2k. Yep. Fine by me. That's the cards out of his hand. And we'll pass, restand our carrot. And then next turn we have this, so we can like rest whatever he plays out this turn, while also stunning everything, right? And we still have this carrot. Yeah, he's gonna concede. Yeah, he just has a bunch of 2ks here. Not gonna save him. And even if he did have something here, we're just so aggressive while, you know, keeping his entire board down. Not much he could have done there, honestly. All right, let's jump into another game. All right, we're up against Red Green Smoker. We're gonna go first because he wants to go first, and we really don't mind. We're gonna keep this hand. This hand's kind of nutty. We're gonna go Wanda turn 1. We're gonna go for. I guess we'll go Pedro. I don't know. Do we need double Sicilian? We would never need double Sicilian, right? He's gonna go for his searcher. That is just way better than any other searcher in the game. We find the carrot here. I do believe that it's still worth to play this. As we discount the sow. Actually, it's probably not. We'll probably rather. He doesn't really have removal, so we as long as we keep this out, we should be fine. We'll go like this. We'll go like this. See what he does from here. Realistically, yeah, we don't have to play the carrot now. We could to have like 3 down for something else, but we don't have anything for 3 to play. That's gonna be worth our time. So we'll just do this and swing 6k face and take that as well. We actually have a pretty good setup here because we can keep resting his stuff while establishing our board. And then we have Sicilian for a finisher play. And for once, we actually have a lot of counter, dude. This is nice. Yeah, he takes the 6. No surprise there. We'll restand our Wanda. This card is fucking insane, dude. I hate this card so much. What do you mean you can search but still get like value of your character? Luckily, they're doing like these for like every archetype now, it seems. We'll take the first 5. I think we will use this trigger this time, which will not reward us whatsoever. The reason I used it this time around is because this game doesn't usually last very long. Smokers are pretty aggressive these days, and this is more of a late game card for me, and until then it's kind of just a brick. Interesting. We're gonna rest that, buddy. And then we're gonna go carrot. And then we're gonna restand. And we're gonna go 6 face. And this on KO here doesn't really matter, which is really nice with carrot, right? Is that you don't ever have to like kill characters, right? Just keep them stunned. And you don't ever have to worry about on KOs. Like Lucky Roo, like if I play against Shanks, dude, that Shank's gonna get cooked. We'll pass there. The next turn, we'll probably just, whatever he plays, this is going to be Smoker, right? So we'll just rest the Smoker, Inarashi, or whatever. Maybe we can draw into another carrot. That would be really nice. We're going to hit 7 next turn, which is 8. Which means we could like get a Tashigi out if we want to. We could also just do double carrot next turn, but I think I'd rather keep the Sicilian for one more turn. We'll take this 6 as well. There's the carrot. Perfect. Okay, now he's cooked. Now he's actually cooked. He finds this, but this really doesn't do anything because we're not actually removing his stuff. We're just resting it. So let's see, 5. So it's 7. Yeah, it's 7 first, and then restand, and then 7. Not restand, sorry. Yeah, exactly. Play this, restand, 7. And we'll be able to restand this carrot as well, which is really sweet. Like this Tashigi only helps from effect removal, right? But since we keep him stunned instead of actually removing, this does nothing for him. And we have this 2k now as well. So we have double 2ks in hand. We have the 0 cost event that gets rid of this break. We have some serious cards right now. This is like one of the worst cards for us that he could have played. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Because we can still just swing into it while resting, stunning his other stuff. And he didn't find a blocker off the play either. And he doesn't have that many cards in hand. He does have 2 Dawn Up. No, he doesn't. We'll actually counter out of this 7. I think we're fine. We can do a Sicilian play here too, just to make sure that we can get rid of it. Yeah. See, we did find a Wanda. I think we want to use that. We'll grab a 2k count. We'll grab another Sicilian actually. Because now we can do 1 to get rid of the kid and then 1 for next turn for lethal. We'll restand here. We'll go whatever this is. We should actually rest his shit first. Actually, we'll rest his shit after. Freeze the Smoker. Go hard into the kid. Yes, he countered just like I wanted. Perfect. We'll go like this. We will go again into this kid. And now he's gonna die. We'll rest his Nami. And we'll wing face and stun the Nami as well. So now we have frozen everything that matters. And he has no cards in hand, which means he's probably gonna go down to 1. Well, he's gonna go down to 1. Probably question is he gonna go down to 0? Holy shit, this matchup is free. I mean, I've drawn pretty nutty, but god damn. Hopefully Smoker's gonna still be around in LP11. We'll resend our carrot here as well, end of turn. So he's not getting rid of shit. Like if he's dropping another kid here, we're still gonna be in the same spot as last turn, where we'll just restand our carrots while swinging hard into it. I could have also done the math on this one. That way, maybe it should have been 10-10 instead of 11-11. And then I could have gone like 6-6 instead. But I mean, this was just the safe bet to put literally everything on there. He gets one blocker out, restands. He has 9 Dawn to work with and a blocker. Let's see what he can do. We have counter in hand still. 6k counter? Nope, 7k counter in hand. 6k if you want to keep the Sicilian. But I don't think there's anything he can do from here. So this should be GG for sure. Yeah, he's going to swing with the Tashigi into that. Could we counter this theoretically? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we could, but he'll just swing 7 with Smoker next turn. I think we still win. It shouldn't be a problem. We could always go like... We could still keep his entire board down next turn. Like, that's my thing. Oh, and we draw into the Flamingo as well. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Let's stall him out one more turn. Wait, what am I talking about? I have lethal. The fuck is wrong with me? I can't believe I was even considering doing that. But I could have. Let's imagine that he had 3 life left. We literally still win this. I have so many plays right here. I could go Inarashi to stun 2 things. I could go Doflamingo to stun 2 things and his leader. And like if I play Inarashi, I can also play the Sicilian to stun 1 more thing. Yeah, I just have so many outs here. Yeah, there was nothing he could have done. GG's. All right, we're going to go up against green-purple Luffy here. We're going to go first. We're going to take first off him. We're going to mulligan this hand for sure. This is better. We go Wanda, we go into carrots. We'll pass, and then next turn we'll go carrot. Hopefully find the stage. We didn't bottom stick any stage, so we should find it statistically. There it is, perfect. Unfortunately, we bottom decked 2 Sicilians, which I hate because I love me some Sicilian. Don't think we play the Tashigi in this matchup. So we'll play this instead. And just go 7. Could rest his Nami and deal with that, but it's not really establishing any form of threat right now. So we'll leave it. And we'll reset our Milky and pass. Now we've managed to get 3 characters on board here, one of which does something. We'll restand 2 Dawn every turn. So next turn when we go to 5, I wish we had Carrot. Carrot is much stronger than Inarashi in this moment here. But I think we're still fine. Bonnie's alright too. That's the wrong Carrot. But that's still 2k. That's the thing. Like even if after you've like done this whole thing, you still just have this as 2k, right? So we'll rest this Sorajuro. And we will... Do we want to Bonnie it? Or do... No, we'll just Inarashi it. Yeah. And then, since we have the double restand technique here, they'll get to swing 7. And we'll pass restand. So he countered out of that one, which is pretty good for us. There's 2 cards out of hand. Yep. That's Sanji Pudding. Unfortunately, he has the stage here, so he's going to just make that bigger. Don't know why he didn't make this bigger last turn. I wouldn't have been able to rest it if he did. I wouldn't even be able to stun it either. I'd have to play Bonnie then. He's going to swing 7 at my face. We're going to take it. We're not going to trigger that. We're going to keep that. He's going to play the Frankie, which we're just going to rest. We're just going to rest that. And luckily, we top deck into this. So we're going to stun both of those. Gonna restand once. I think we still restand twice here. We'll just keep the Inarashi rested. I think I'd rather have that extra Dawn to work with. Because now that means I'm gonna do 7, 8. Which is pretty powerful, if I say so myself. Could have also rested the Sanji, swung into that and stuff. But I think this is the most optimal line right now. And then we'll pass and we'll restand the Milky. And keep this like this. He can get that. If he really wants it, he can have it. But if not, we have to do that. We don't really care about. Obviously, this turn he's gonna start doing shit. He's gonna start restanding Dawn. He's gonna do a bunch of shit this turn. Good thing we kept this stunned because otherwise he'd get to keep ramping. I think we're gonna give him this one. 8 into it is pretty big. Could have given him 2 cards, but I don't think it's. Oh wow, that's terrifying. Okay. This I think we lose now. This is a little bit too aggressive for me. Probably also should have countered that 7. We'll counter this 7 instead. Also, shouldn't have countered with the Shiki. Should have countered with his carrots. But it should be fine. Oh, he's not gonna restand. That's pretty good though. Didn't even think about that. He plays this, but this is just gonna get rested. We could stun this, which means he won't be able to use that. But we will start by using the Searcher here. Yeah, we'll grab this Inarashi because we can play both of them, right? Yeah, we can. Okay, nice. Okay, we'll live. We take this. We'll go into Carrot. Sorry, Carrot into Chopper. We will go Carrot into Frankie. Ooh, actually, no, we can keep the Frankie up. Actually, we'll just go 6 into Lead. We need all of our Dawn here, right? Yeah, because we need 10. So we can't. I guess we might as well attack into this Frankie then. Hope that he counters. No, he didn't. It's just that this is at 7, right? So we can't actually hit that with Inarashi. If we had Carrot now, though. If we had Carrot. If this was like a Carrot, oh, I'd go so crazy. And then next turn, we will have Doflamingo and Garchu for whatever we want to do. So we will use the Bonnie to play over there. On this. And we will restand everything. So that we can play the Inarashi. And keep this Sword stunned as well. And then we will pass. And we will again probably restand the Milky. No, this turn we'll restand the Inarashi because we're going to try to push next turn. Yeah, exactly. So we'll either push or we'll do Doflamingo here, depending on what his board state is. And how much Dawn he has active and all that. Yeah, so he will do leader effects. Oh, he's able to get both of these at +2 as well. That's very nice. Probably should give +2 to this, honestly. Brings it out of Carrot range. I guess he's chilling anyways, right? Because, yeah, at this point, I can't even keep things stunned anyways. I can at most stun 3 things here, right? So next turn, I'm still having a like 7/7 and a 6k body with 10 Dawn coming at me. But thanks to him not swinging lead, okay, never mind. A blocker. Unfortunately, not enough. Because yeah, I can stun things here, right? But I don't think it's enough. I can stun 3 things, swing into. These are 7k bodies. That's the thing. So I can't even swing into things. I guess I can rest this, swing into this, stun these. That way he's left with 2 swings. It's not that bad, actually. Let me think here. He'll be left with 2 swings, but like if he plays this, I just insta lose because I have no counter. Do we think he has another one of these? Probably, right? And if we go for it, he has no blockers. I think we go for it. I really wish we had Sicilian, but I mean, can't get anything you want, right? So I guess we'll just go for it. And I guess we go 8s. Because that way he has the giant. And he doesn't have the giant, obviously. He can do this too, but that's still good for us. Takes that. Feels like he's fairly confident. Okay, yeah, so now he just needs one giant here. And he wins. Does he have the giant? He doesn't. Let's go. Finally, fucking won against this cunt, dude. Yeah, I hate this guy. But yeah, that worked out pretty fine. He was able to fucking spam out shit though. If this wasn't Luffy Taro last turn and this, then I think maybe we go hard with the Doflamingo and stunning everything. But we were able to push anyway, so it's fine. We take those. But that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed, do not forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And if you want to see more like different leaders and stuff, different decks, you know, outside just Spell Betty content, which is what I normally do, make sure you say so in the comments down below. But without that, let's just see you in the next video. Peace.